Hi folks, hope you're all well. Just a quick video here on pelvis in the golf swing. This is coming on the back of a lesson I've just had with a student who was struggling with strike. They were trying to create a downward angle of attack. They thought they were catching it very fat, but what actually was happening, they was hitting too steep on the back of the ball and hitting the turf after the ball, creating that clunky feel, which made it feel fat. And what they were tending to do was start to adapt and put the ball further back in the stance and lean further into the lead side. So they ended up in this really forced position at setup. So what I want to just cover here is setup position and how to use the pressure shift in the golf swing correctly. So we've got a 7-iron in hand here. 7-iron ball position really wants to be back into the ball, middle of the stance there. What this golfer was doing was having the ball back, then pushing pressure left. Then they were getting to the top of the swing, feeling very restricted in their motion. Now trying to move further ahead of it, they got so far over this left side, they started to lose the balance and had to stand to regain the balance. Now you can see this is a real dumped under position. Dumped under meaning very underneath with the club, way ahead of it, and then having to stand. So we worked on neutralizing the setup. 7-iron ball, back edge of the ball in the middle of the stance, so it'll appear a little bit forward. And then we really tried to get that feel of putting pressure more into the right side on the way back. So squeezing into the right leg, keeping this firm, slightly flexed position of the right side, and then winding the left shoulder behind the ball. This created this natural kick in here of this left knee, this lead knee. And the golfers straight away feel like they could load and create a lot more power, and things were a lot easier in the sequencing in the downswing, because if we've pressured and stored in that right side and loaded behind it, the natural pattern now is to start actually moving through. So it was my job obviously to help that student have the confidence to just go ahead and have a go at that, rather than trying to create a downward attack on the back of the golf ball, which obviously we were saying was the situation to start with. It was very length forward, very hands ahead, leaning, stuck, very steep on the back of the ball, hitting these little squeezy right shots, and then lots of hooks that were saved with the hands. So a lot more of a awareness of the ball position and how that pelvis was shifting and pivoting correctly, loading the right side. Lead shoulder was getting a little bit more behind the ball, and we started to see a lot more of this position as opposed to this position. And then we could start to feel a lot more of a easier ride, loading the lead side in the downswing. So pressure through the right side. And we even started to try that with a ball that was slightly further forward in the stance. Two balls further forward in the stance. Pressure in the right. And getting them to move onto it from the legs up, rather than being stuck there to start with. And they got the confidence because they could still see with that ball forward, they were getting a lot more of a easy ride through the ball, an angle of attack that was ball turf in and around the numbers that we want. So I hope that makes sense. Getting the pressure moving through the right side is not swaying. Swaying is shifting the pelvis laterally to the point where you're starting to lose that balance. We're pivoting. We're not stacking, and we're not turning into this lead side so much. You can see me there trying to, struggling for balance. Keep things very, very neutral in your setup, and you're going to start to have a swing that is a little bit more consistent, built on top of some stable foundation. So I hope that makes sense. Any questions, comments in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe to this page if you found this video of value. Thank you.